Hey everyone, this is Shawn Powell with Exitus Elite, and I just want to show you a strategy that you might have heard of, may not have heard of, and a way that I think is really easy, organized way to do this, so you don't have to worry about asking people, all sorts of things. This is going to be placing members underneath other members. Okay. Now, in my opinion, when you're first starting off, you don't want to do this for every member. Okay, or the strategy for everybody, because you want to have some legs underneath you. Okay, if I've only got one leg and I'm just putting everything underneath this, well, you really, in my opinion, you're going to start shooting yourself in the foot, because these members, especially if they're intermediate and they know what they're doing, there's a good chance that they're going to be able to get their own, and that's $1,000 you're giving away that could have been another leg. Okay, now that's the downfall to it. The good side to it is you're going to be making $1,000 either way, but the one that they wind up getting on their own is going to be the one that's going to be going to them and not you. Okay, so in my opinion, when you're placing people underneath other people, that's a great gift, you know, to help somebody else. But if that's the agreement that you make with that person, then that's fine. But a lot of people, y'all, are the ones that I'm hitting and doing this for are going to be the ones who are in my previous businesses, and they have followed me, and then I want to give back to them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna lose $1,000, even though it don't look like it right immediately. In the next year, it's $1,000 going to shoot you in the butt. But you know, to me, if I'm losing $1,000, it's worth it to me that it goes to these people particular. You understand what I'm saying? So if you understand what I'm referring to as, I might have a, there you go. There's my favorite picture in the whole world. If it ever shows up, there it goes. Okay. Now, what I'm saying is that I bring this person in. This is a sponsored one from a previous business or two businesses prior. And then here I go, you know, and I've got my links out there. Now, my links are coming to this section here, right? If someone hits my link and signs up, there ain't nothing I can do. I cannot place this person under anybody. But because of YouTube world, I've got two different groups of people now. I've got my Facebook people that come in, and the ones that I've sponsored and knows me, you know, personally, and my list that maybe, you know, I'm hitting as well, and they're coming in that way. That's one way. All right, now I can't do it for everybody, I'm telling you. But if someone calls me that, you know, that came in from this section here, which is my YouTube section, right? Okay, when they come in and they say, okay, I'm ready to go, buddy, I'm gonna do this, then y'all, then what you can do is I can put them underneath that person who's followed me for the last year or year and a half from day one I've been in the business. I can help them. You see what I'm saying? By putting them underneath them, and then the next person they get is going to be money in their pocket, as opposed to them, you know, having to go back that extra step. That's what I'm trying to tell you. But it takes me finding the person before they get in by hitting my link for me to do it. So it's a give and take. It does not mean necessarily that, you know, I'm going to find them every day. I can talk to somebody on the phone, but it doesn't mean that I've got access to them any other way yet. So it's just, you know, I'm trying to help my downline by doing it. So that's a good strategy, and I just want to explain that to you. Now, this is how I stay organized for doing this. I come up here to the top, and the very first thing I'm going to have is going to be, let me see here. Okay, it's right here at the top. Is I'm going to have my link right here, right? Now, and this is just nothing more than a word pad. Now, I leave it here all the time, and then what I do is, this is for a new member. Okay, let's say this is for, I had Alberto that just came in yesterday. I'd done this for him because he came from a previous business. You know, so this is for Alberto. Now, what I'll do now is I will leave and I'll go look under View My Team. Okay, now I'm not going to click it because it's going to show their information there. But you'll see his username, right? I don't need to contact him. I don't need to have to ask anything. I've got everything I need. Now, what you'll do is you'll come up here. In this case, you're going to say, no, I don't want to watch whatever. I would delete this part and put in his part, whatever that username is right here. Okay? Now, like always, never assume, I'm sorry, it's right here, but you get the point. Same thing. Always, you never assume that it works. You're always, as soon as you put it together, going to click it and make sure it takes you to that boat page that you saw with a username. If not, then then it's not going to be, it's a mess up. You ain't done something right. You might have had a gap in between it, or something crazy, or a dash or something. So make sure you do it right. And y'all, I can tell you that's an easy way to be giving out a gift to someone who's been loyal to you in another business and come into this business and still be getting paid. And that person is going to be passed up to you anyhow. Okay, I hope that makes sense. I know this is a simple video. This is a strategy I think is going to help your downline. Don't make this promise that you're going to do it if you can't deliver. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, if I wasn't getting my leads right now from YouTube at all, and they were 100% Facebook, and they were hitting my link, bam, 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 coming in and paying for the, if they pay the $2.99, they're yours. I'm not going to send a support ticket to have somebody transferred. It's just, that's not going to happen. What I'm trying to tell you is catch them before they sign up, give them that link, and the way to have that link ready is to go ahead and have it ready. If I said, okay, I got a guy named Bob Harris, right? Him and his wife, they just came in this morning. Then I could put his username here, and then when that time's come, I don't have to waste a lot of time. A person's ready to jump in, they're ready to jump in right now. And then I can just literally copy this, give it to them, and say, hey, buddy, come in underneath this link. It's going to be passed up to me. And that's all I say. I really don't say anything else to them, because I don't want them to think that they're not my person. A lot of times they want to connect with you because they want to connect with you. And just help everybody that's in your team. I don't care who they are, where they're at. If they got somebody who wants to talk to me on the phone, I will talk an hour to a downline that's not mine, directly underneath me, if I thought it would help anybody that came into business with me. You understand what I'm saying? If you give like that, the business is going to feed back off of it. God's going to bless you. I'm going to tell you, man, it's just like I said before. The other day I gave out $200 to one of the local guys that is a great man, great dad, having a hard time right now. And and all of a sudden, bam, same week, y'all, bam, look at my business. It goes crazy. You get by giving. I'm already going to tell you that. And this is what this is kind of pretty much doing. Not everybody coming through me, please ask, that I can do that for you, because I cannot. It's only who I can piece together when they're coming through. But it is a strategy that will help you out and something to think about. All right, appreciate it.